Hey.
What's up, everybody?
Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Yo.
Happy Friday.
Hey.
Carry joy to the world. Carry
They
joy.
surprised me with this. They surprised me with this.
We did.
I love it. Thank you.
We don't want to keep it lit.
Awesome.
Because it's about to be my birthday. It's about to be my birthday. It's about to be
Yes.
Yay.
Turn up. COVID can't stop me. Say what?
What? Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no. I got to keep on moving.
Yes.
Oh Lord, happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday,
y'all.
Friday.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hanging in there today.
Yeah, same.
We seeing some folks coming in. We gonna wait for folks to come in so we can really have a good amount of folks so we can talk about this good old merch we're wearing.
We got news, honey, news.
Honey news, okay?
What we talking about today? I don't know.
You said what we talking about today?
Yeah.
Oh, honey, we got a lot to talk about today, child.
Girl, it's like, I mean, the devil is busy, honey. The devil is just...
He's real busy. Busy out here, okay?
I mean, I'm kidding, but I actually feel like right now is just insanity. Like between the news and work and everything that is going on in family and whatever, like we're maintaining, but this is not an easy time right now. I hope y'all are hanging in there.
I really do. Please drop in the comments where you're tuning in from and how you feeling in life right now. Like, how are you doing? Let us know. We really care.
Check in. Yeah.
Check in. We really care about how each of you are doing. So.
Because it is hard out here in these streets right now.
It really is.
It
really is.
You know, we're trying to practice some type of self-love and self-care. You know, not forget ourselves, because it's hard out here. All right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. My self-care took a challenge this week. I was like, come on, sis. Like I did my workouts and I did my stuff, but it was a struggle, honey.
Yeah, so. No, I got you. I was actually rowing, you know, on those row machines, and I swear I took a nap at the same time. Like it was like that balance. It was like that balance of I'm gonna get this in, and you know, but I need this nap too. So you know,
yeah, right. You're like going through the motions. I did it. It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can only do what we can do right
now.
That's
right.
And preserving peace is very important. It's very, very, very important.
It definitely is.
Yeah. And at least even if you can't get peace for a day, get it for 5 minutes, y'all. Do some breathing exercise, go outside, take a walk, you know, do what you got to do to make it through this, because this is some unprecedented times.
It really is.
And you got to protect your peace at all costs.
Yep.
At all costs. At all costs. Hey, y'all. Hey, Colby.
Come into the space, y'all.
Welcome. Happy Friday. We are the ladies of the sip. Yeah. And y'all, we just have to say a quick little shout out to our sis, Miss Carrie Joy to the world. Okay, the merch is popping. Okay, Carrie, let the good folks know where they can get it.
Yeah, man, y'all are the sweetest, y'all. So, fam, you know we got that Carry Joy to the World merchandise. I call it Shop with Joy. Y'all can go ahead and head over to Whittier Cafe, which is in Whittier, on 25th. The exact address is slipping me right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the comments. But Whittier Cafe, y'all, make sure you represent and support our Black businesses, support our sister, our homies out there holding it down. They're known as like the cafe for activists. We go there. We just, you know, we strategize, we come together, make things happen, build our community, take care of each other. And so I'm honored to be able to have these on her show. So thank y'all so much for the love. Hoodies, sweatshirts. I got Asada Forever. We representing Eastside Forever over here too. Making sure that we are claiming our neighborhoods, holding them down, and not letting them be colonized in different ways. Stay woke.
Word.
Yay.
Yeah, that's it. I appreciate y'all so much.
So how can folks who are watching support you who are in other states?
You could go to carryjoy.com.
Yay! Let me put that right in the comments.
Yeah, go to carryjoy.com. I actually just got, I just got like a cool little change on the website that I think is really cool. So check it out. See what's up. I'm working on things. I'm trying to be a creative, lovely person in this world and create the world that we deserve together. So yeah.
That's right.
You're doing it, sis.
I appreciate y'all, man. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and share my website. Hold on.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, honey, I put it in the comments, and everybody head on over to carryjoy.com. First of all, these joints are comfortable. They got that little fuzziness on the inside. Y'all know the weather is turning. So please support this sister who is one of the SIP's own. We love her dearly. And please get her merch. Because this is fly. This is really fly. Y'all can't say this ain't fly, okay?
Come on now.
Listen, I designed it myself, man. We be out here doing our thing. Like, big shout out to the women that inspire me along the way as well. So I appreciate y'all, fam.
We love you, sis. So proud of you, man.
And if real quickly could celebrate somebody whose birthday is today and was on the tip recently, Miss Diane Reed.
Yes,
happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And if you guys have not caught that interview with the incredible Diane Reeves, please check it out on our Facebook. It was such a beautiful conversation, and you will not be disappointed. You will walk away with some serious goodies, okay? Some things that will help you get through your life.
Yeah. Mo, go ahead and share that screen real quick for me, sis, just so the people can see.
Oh, yeah.
And then we gonna
and Abby said, I love those shirts. Thank you, Abby. What's up, girl? Thank you for joining.
Yes, y'all. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. I know we got a lot to talk about. So first though, what we sipping on?
Honey.
Listen, I would no. See, I would prefer to be having a shot of rum right now. That's how my day is going. But I'm trying to be good and I'm trying to get my life together. So I'm having some lemon ginger tea and some ginger chamomile tea. That's all. I'm being cute today, but I could use a shot. So bro, amen.
Amen. Amen.
I'm having some ginger tea as well in my Hey Boo cup. Hey boo. It's one of those days. I just needed some kind of relaxing tea. Ease my woes.
Oh no, girl.
But yeah.
Well, life is energy.
What you having, sis, Carrie?
I am drinking it's some lime lemongrass seltzer. I'm just trying it for the first time. A friend let me try it. So yeah.
Okay.
I will be reporting back.
Is it good?
Let's see.
I'm still waiting for the concoction from you.
Oh, right. We need the lemongrass tea that you normally make.
Yes.
We'll definitely make that happen, fam. We have to before. I mean, the weather is awfully frightful. No, it's getting cold.
It's frightful. Why is it 20 degrees?
Right. I'm just like, what happened?
Fix it.
It was like 10 degrees in a couple of days. I'm like, wait, it was like, anyway.
Man.
But yeah, so everything is coming down from the garden. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I make one more batch.
Yes, and if you got any vegetables, listen, honey, I could use some vegetable stock or a good vegetable soup. So I won't say no if you harvested.
I got you. I wish I had some tomatoes, but that's all I got left. But I got you. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Come through.
Okay, y'all want me to try to show this real quick?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Hold on.
On my end, my computer said not today.
Ooh,
I don't
yeah,
understand.
get into this website, y'all. Hold on a second. Let me hurry up and make sure I'm showing the right tab. Lord, our sister is so fly, y'all. So fly. Can you see that?
It really is. Okay, here we go.
Can you see all of this fabulousness right here? I need somebody. To see what I'm looking at.
Thank you, fam. No,
what do I see right here? Wait a minute now. Y'all see that? Is it taking a minute? Oh, it's taking a minute. Dang. I tell you. Listen, the internet won't let us be great, but y'all see what's going on here.
We're having some technical difficulties over here. It's all right. The Lord is working it out with us.
Is working it out. But click on that. Y'all see that shop with Carrie Joy. Please click on that.
Yes. So support that, please. Absolutely. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm doing some branding stuff, and it'll be shared with y'all in the upcoming days. So thank y'all so much.
Yes.
Dope.
Awesome.
And hey, Andre, we are sending you love. Andre he creates the flyers for us, and we're so appreciative. I can't talk tonight, Jesus. We are so appreciative of all the hard work he does behind the scenes for the SIP. So thank you so much, Andre. If you need any graphic design, please hit it up. He's amazing. And we are sending you all the love and prayers for a speedy recovery.
Yes.
Yes. And feel better soon.
Yes.
And can we give love to one more person?
Absolutely.
I have a guest. We have a surprise guest on the SIP today.
Oh, Snizzle.
Wait, who's that surprise? Hey, what you doing over there? No.
I know he can't. My bad. He can't hear y'all. Hold on. It's gonna mess it up. So I don't want to take it out of the headphones.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, dude. I'll see you soon, sucker. No.
Right?
That's my husband, if y'all don't know it, Carrie's brother. So
yes. And
he's working. He's
amazing photographer.
Yes. He be holding it down for our pictures, y'all. So this is what it's about. It's about community, man. We take care of each other. We hold each other down, you know.
Absolutely.
We work together, we build together, we're family.
That's right.
I love y'all.
And I can't wait to release these pics, guys.
Yo, that photo
we had a photo shoot this week, y'all. We had a photo shoot.
You need to be following our Instagram. If you're not following our Instagram, you don't get to see all of the hotness, y'all. Follow the Instagram at @thesnip_podcast. We posted a little ditty, which is like a preview of how fabulous we were looking for this new photo shoot that Ryan shot us for. It is fire, y'all. I just can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's going to be so dope. And y'all are going to gag. Okay.
No.
Y'all gonna lose it. It's beautiful. But we're trying to level up, and I think what we're doing is so important during this time, especially during COVID times. Things are so out of our control, but it's just a beautiful thing that we can come together as sisters, as friends, and create this platform to give Black women a place to share their voices. So we're so excited for what's to come. And thank y'all all for rocking with us. Hey, Vonette, we see you.
What's up, Vonette?
Hey, Abby. Hey, Wanda.
Yes, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please share this if you're watching this right now. Start a watch party, y'all. Let's get our visibility up. We really want to increase our numbers, and we want more people to see how fabulous the SIP is. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
So you're ready to get into this.
Wait. Can I share my Sister Empower first?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
I was going to save the Sister Empower to the end of the mess.
Oh, okay. Then do the mess, girl. Do the mess.
Because we're going to end this on the Sister Empower and then bring in our special guest. Is that okay with you?
Yes, honey.
Because I would like to start off with the BAN.
I'm always good for a little tea.
Okay, there's a couple BANs. I mean, there's a few. I'm going to let you talk about one, Raj.
Oh,
he ain't really a BAN, but it's a hot mess.
It is a hot mess. Okay, you want me to talk?
Yeah, okay. you start it off, and let the people know what is going on in the world.
Listen, for my Black political girls who be watching the news like I do, because we just ain't got no damn sense, and we just keep on watching the crazy circus. This week, Jeffrey Toobin, who is a CNN legal correspondent, got in hot water and got suspended because his behind was on a Zoom call, y'all, thought the Zoom call was over and decided to, let me say, pleasure himself and didn't know that the camera was still on. Can we talk about white people doing stupid stuff, okay? Because literally, sir, your Zoom call was happening and you just decided at that time, right after the call, you were in the mood. And so you wanted to relieve yourself. And this is not the first story that we're hearing like this, but on such a major network. And Jeffrey Toobin, he's known as nerd dude, legal expert, commentary, whatever. Mr. Man was like, oh, these cameras is off. Let me go ahead and get my entire life right now on the Zoom. He was on with New York Times staff members and then had the nerve to say, oh, let me ask for a break. He asked for a hiatus so that he could tend to his family during this difficult time.
Tend to something else. He's trying to tend to something else.
You should have thought about your family when you was doing the do on the Zoom, okay? Get your life.
How embarrassing is that?
I was done.
Yo, you was in a whole call about politics, but the whole time, all you was thinking about
was getting your lotion and doing your business. Like, come
but
on.
You know what's hilarious? Is that someone had the power to end that meeting and still chose not to.
You know it. You know.
That's all I'm saying.
Did y'all see the other one that Nick showed me with the guy who literally pulled out the lotion on the Zoom call?
Right.
But why I would be the black lady in the middle who was drinking the tea and she was like the whole time. This thing was like, oh, is this what we doing today? Okay, let me go ahead and get my tea.
Yeah, he left that room so fast to grab that Jergens lotion, honey. I said, snatch tissues. They like, homeboy was like,
this is like in today's episode of Risk It All for Fuckery. I mean, come on. Like, you got a whole career, a whole reputation, and you just can't wait. You cannot wait 2 seconds to make the camera off. You need Jesus.
That's you need help. That's what, and I said to Aaron, I said, is this what y'all be thinking about it? Where he was like, no. Not me.
Ryan would never, honey. Look,
never.
What I want to know though is I want to know what his wife said when he walked in the room and said, "Baby, I've been suspended." What you mean suspended? You mean suspended like the cable got shut off, or like suspended? I got suspended from my job. Why? I was jerking off on the Zoom. You know his wife ain't black. Y'all know.
Well, this is what Zoom. This is what Zoom is doing. This is what Zoom is doing. It is bringing out our truest of colors on some of these faces.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying?
He probably staying down in the bunker. Like she probably ain't even got him in the house. Just gone in the bunker over there.
Right. That's humiliating, bro.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Like, sir, he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait. Jesus.
You know, I guess it was a stressful meeting.
Yeah, right. So that's my first BAN. What about you, Nick?
So how about shut your computer just to make sure? See, I'm too paranoid.
Right. 100%. You need to check your bases. Like,
honey, if I'm talking about somebody, I'd be making sure that my phone is
right.
You know you're talking about somebody, you look at your phone like,
yes.
No, when you ain't call nobody, you be like, oh shoot. You
ain't called the person in 6 months.
Button like 10 times, making sure. I don't need no microphone on, okay? I don't need nobody hearing what I'm saying. So, sir, just close your computer. What are we doing out here? Or buy one of them little things that you can just like click over.
Okay, even then they can hear you though. They can hear you still. You know,
fix
right? Anyway,
right.
All right.
On to a more appropriate topic.
Get your life together, sir.
Is it more appropriate? Who? What's next?
Okay, so we gotta talk about 50 Cent. Like, we gotta talk about 50. First of all, I am not really a 50 Cent fan. He's kind of a jerk on social media. He irks my entire existence. And I quit following him a while back. Mm-hmm. But even though he's the BAN, I always appreciate, or I don't know if that's the right word, but I appreciate or respect a an honest BAN. If you're gonna be a BAN, just own your stuff. Like,
right?
Yeah, I'm trash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he basically made a statement on his Instagram and his Twitter account saying, "I don't care that Donald Trump doesn't like Black people. I'm trying to keep my money."
Of course he is. Of course he is. Of course he is, because he doesn't have enough, right? And he's got
because he doesn't have enough.
Use his platform for that.
And of course, here we come with the Candace Owens, who is also another BAN. My God, I can't stand her.
We should crown her BAN of the year.
Think about her. She's trash.
I mean, yeah, 100. Yeah, I just, and I feel like there's so many opportunities for her to learn, and she's just like, nope.
She's like,
nope. I'm just gonna be on this, like, you know, just I don't know what path, man.
I feel like gets paid.
100%.
She made a choice.
Like, it's yeah.
It's terrible.
She's trash.
She really is. It's not even enough to, like, it's,
you know
it's
what,
so
though?
ridiculous. I can't even speak on it.
But like you said, at least I know, and like you said, Carrie, about Zoom showing who your true colors are. At least we know who Candace Owens is. My problem with 50 Cent and folks like that are people who do predominantly Black programming, right? And they say that they believe in the Black community, and they create. And I had to stop watching Power. I couldn't watch Power. I couldn't finish Empire. So don't come for me, okay? But yeah, but people who make, and Shonda Rhimes is not in this. No, who's Lee is not in this category. I'm talking about
he's the Empire dude.
But for 50 Cent to do all this Black programming and then come out and support Trump, it's like, bruh, you had a platform. It was an easy layup for you, and you just couldn't be so bothered. You're that selfish that you have to speak about your bottom dollar first, and for that you can kiss my entire ass. Period.
Right. You get all the clown emojis.
Right. All the clown emojis.
All of them. And I love, there's a sister on Instagram who I started following. She's really dope. I'm assuming her first name is pronounced Kezia Williams. She's the CEO of the Black Upstart and the Black Receipt. Yes. Honey was like, okay, Candace Owens, because of course Candace Owens came out like, you Black people with your Black Lives Matter. You just don't, you know. I'm like, oh girl, get your hair done. Okay. I can't stand her. Somebody said in the comments, listen, we keep it real on the sip. So if you don't listen, I'm about to say what I'm gonna say, and I say what I say.
What you gonna say?
Somebody in the comment section says you can always tell a Black woman who ain't got no Black friends, who trying to be white out here by the way her hair look.
Baby,
honey, you cannot blow dry that mess and pull it back in no ponytail, baby. It's what you cannot do. I'm gonna need you to add a silken press. I'm gonna need you to get some braids.
Get a lace front something, girl.
To do a twist out or something, but that little, whatever you're doing.
The struggle
ponytail. With flyaways, because she don't know how to use no edge control or no gel. Sis was trying to be like, and you, because I'm so oppressed. Black people are just so oppressed. And she's like, and 50 Cent understands now, you know, our Trump is, blah, blah, blah. This girl, Kezia, got on Instagram clowning her. Like, listen, sis, don't try to act like you know these rich mofos out here. Don't be calling their accountants like, what can you get me so I ain't got to pay no taxes?
Exactly.
Amazon, which is $1 billion company, has not paid any federal taxes in 2 years.
Say that.
Yes, Wanda, the struggle ponytail, honey. And the struggle, everything else. Okay.
When you trash talk Black people, we coming for you, honey, and that's for all your edges.
Oh,
too,
honey, I'm a low blow you real quick. Don't be ignorant, because then I just get ignorant. But yeah,
you know, you're petty. No,
speaking of R. Kelly,
yes, that was a perfect segue. Yes, sir.
Perfect segue.
Sorry, Carrie.
Ultimate BAN. No, you good.
He's the ultimate. He wins BAN of the of the century, the universe, the all of the galaxies. Okay. Mr. Robert Kelly got beat up in the prison, in the jail that he is in, and no one stepped in, and so he was asking the judge to remove him from the jail, and the judge said,
"No."
And I'm sorry, I had to laugh because karma, bruh.
Karma.
That sounds more than reasonable.
I mean,
check it out. I don't know.
Sir.
I'm just saying, man, like the harm that you. Come on now. The harm that you've done? That sounds more than reasonable.
That sounds more than reasonable.
All you got was a butt whooping? That's all you got?
Wanda says, please refresh my memory of what a BAN is.
Ooh, I'm going to let you take this one, Nick.
Tell the people.
What you say? 3, 2, 1.
Wanda, a BAN is the acronym for the affectionate term. Bitch ass nigga.
Oh Lord, Jesus. I keep hoping she ain't gonna say the whole thing.
I'm gonna say the whole thing. Okay? Because what y'all do deserves for me to say the whole thing. The way y'all be out here wilding out and just not caring. Yes, yeah, bitch ass nigga.
Okay.
Everybody say it with me.
Everybody say it with me. On 3, 2, 1.
Oh gosh, reach one, teach one, okay?
But it also is people who are just so stupid, so ridiculous, so asinine, so all of the things, so Trump, so all of that, that this is the basest, name we can call you. Because that's all you are.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Tania, I mean, the dude, remember when Morehouse, there was a class that got all of their debt paid for?
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, Robert Smith.
Yeah.
So it's a black
Tell me
billionaire.
he's not a BAN.
No.
From Denver. Owns property, lives in Denver, all of that. And recently just talked about how he has not been paying taxes, his fair share in taxes for years, and only did it because he was making, like, I think it was a plea deal about like a case that I guess was bigger than him. So he was like, I'm gonna tell on this motherfucker so I
can black people can't have nothing,
is what I'm saying.
My God.
But yeah, man, I was like, fam, I know that Morehouse class is still like, well, ain't got shit to do with me.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Pay these bills,
Oh,
God.
Yeah. But
wow, that's sad. Black folk can't have nothing, man. We can't have nothing.
Nothing. And then when we got black people out here turning on black people, listen, what race doesn't need work and doesn't need help and doesn't need to better themselves? But you're jacking us up by creating an entire platform against your own skin, your own people. I don't get it. I really don't. And I swear, if one more white person says, but have you heard of Candace Owens?
Oh my God.
She's really great. Like, she's like so for the black community. Like, oh my God, don't you just love her?
Yeah.
Oh, can I add one more BAN, like
you absolutely can.
Mr. Georgia Representative Vernon Jones, the dude who did the crowd surfing at the Trump rally. Y'all remember that? Black man. I mean, they got video of him like swimming over a sea of white folks with no mask on at the the Trump rally in Georgia 4 days ago. I don't know what is. I really don't.
Yeah, man.
You do get this. You get the award, sir. Crowd surfing. Surfing. I saw that picture and I had to cackle.
Listen,
I was like, what are we doing? This is not Metallica, sir.
I know COVID was having a good old time in that space.
Oh, honey, I just would COVID take out the ones that need to be taken out. COVID, you had one job, girl, and you didn't even do what you were supposed to do.
Right. COVID's a BAN for not finishing the job.
Finishing the job. Finish him.
Oh, we are losing it today. Forgive us, y'all.
I just don't have it today. I just don't have it, guys. Oh, really quick. Tammy said, love those hoodies. If you missed it, Tammy, you can head on over to carryjoy.com.
In your cafe, carryjoy.com.
Yes. And please check out her hoodies and please support.
Thank you.
But yeah. And then I will just say this last thing because we need to bring a guest. We were absent last week. We had a break, and there was a lot going on last week with the whole Ice Cube thing. And I'm just going to say this really, really quick. Ice Cube may have had good intentions creating this contract with Black America, but the sir did not do his due diligence and his research that he should have done before he put out something claiming no one else had done something like this. When clearly the Congressional Black Caucus, which I did my research and found that.
Come on, research.
Okay, yes, girl. I'm researching over here, okay? No fake news.
No fake news. Not over here, sir.
So, according to Roland Martin, the Congressional Black Caucus reached out to him after they heard about everything that Ice Cube was putting out and said, sir, everything that's on your list, we have put out. We have actually tried to get this stuff passed. It made it to the House, but it died in the Senate. And his response was, well, good job. Just keep up the good work and we just all gonna do it together. And it's like, I think he's in over his head. And I think a lot of what's on there is not things that anything that America KKK will do. It's just, and I'm, someone posed a question to me earlier. So then do we not try? Do we not try to get these things passed? But it's like, I think some of that stuff is right. Well, that's true. But do we not keep pushing and trying? And it's just like, but other folks are doing it. And then there was a woman on there who has started carrying, I don't know if you're familiar with her, but her name is Alicia Garza. Have you heard of her?
What's her name?
I've heard of the name, but
she started the Black Census Project, and then she also has something else called Black Futures Lab, and she's also part of Black Lives Matter.
Okay,
and
her name sounds familiar.
The Black Census Project is exactly what I was saying. I think I said this to Aaron a couple days ago. Like, my thing is, if you're going to come out with a contract for Black America, like, did we get the survey for what we need as Black people? Because I didn't get no survey in the mail. You just out here like willy-nilly with it, acting like, oh, I read some books since George Floyd's death, and then since George Floyd's death, you put out this manifesto. Sorry, it takes time and energy.
Wait. Did he say that he's been out since George Floyd's death?
Oh, this is what prompted him to do this since George Floyd's death. So you put out something all quick and willy-nilly. Girl, he said this on Roland Martin. Go watch it. The whole interview is on YouTube. Roland Martin Unfiltered. It's really good. And you can just tell that he's in over his head. And people are like, oh, he's just trying to do this. Yo, other people have been trying to do it forever. And I won't go into the details of like what's all in there. You guys can go to his Instagram. It's in his link tree. You can go read the whole thing if you want. But I
mean, like that's the thing that I was unclear about, especially was like, what kind of engagement did you have with the Black community?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To put that together, because like I definitely, I think we do try, and like I think we continue to try, and I think we have to learn to try in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, fam, that didn't work. Maybe you don't replicate that. Like, do something else. You know what I'm saying? We keep depending on these systems that have already decided to fail us. So try something different. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, we can't keep doing things to each other without each other. That's like the problem in the first place.
Thank you. And that's been my whole beef with the whole thing with him. It's like, who made you the spokesperson for all things Black, nigga? We ain't heard from you. You ain't been out here doing a bunch of stuff. Like, that's what Alicia was saying. Alicia was like, I have been doing this for 20 years and I don't have your platform, And he was like, people could have worked with me. How would anybody know you were doing this, sir? You just did it 2 months ago.
Can I ask y'all something? Like, and I didn't want to believe this when somebody suggested it. I think it was the dude who suggested it. He was like, does he have an album coming out? Now, Aaron
said the same thing. Aaron said the same thing. He said the same thing. That make
no sense. 2 months ago, you just came up with this. Now, you had been, from what I understood, weren't you with the man who created "Fuck the Police"? Am I missing something? Like when NWA?
Wait, okay. So I'm sorry, I didn't get to read it, and I apologize.
No, you're good.
Okay? but like I'm trying to understand real quick. So is he like working with police? Like, what?
No.
No. So
no.
what he did was he proposed the plan. He offered it to Trump and to Biden. Biden said, let's talk after the election, which I think was smart. You can't make any promises until you win the damn election. That's what Biden said. Trump said, okay, let's see what we might add some of our pieces, some of the components to our plan. But it's not like Trump and them were like, oh, we've adopted Ice Cube's plan now.
No.
So even then, it's like, what is the point of, I wouldn't have even told nobody. At the very least, if this is what you did, and they said, well, maybe we'll use some, maybe we won't, then why even say anything?
Right.
Unless you're moving forward with an agreement. Like it still doesn't make any sense.
Right.
What y'all think? Because I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. And the thing too is Trump had this platinum plan for Black people, which is 1 page long.
Mm-hmm.
The Democrats have a plan called the Lift Every Voice plan, which is 22 pages long.
Mm-hmm.
Cube is out here telling everybody that Trump's platinum plan took pieces from his plan. But Roland Martin looked at the platinum plan and Cube's plan, and they didn't take a thing.
So again, I ask you, why the fuck are we here?
So why are we even having these discussions,
sir?
And I gotta read these plans.
Yeah, honey, you have to read the plan.
I gotta read them. Yeah. Even that Lift Every Voice plan, like what y'all saying?
Right. I want to know. I want to know what that says too. I want to know what they're doing. And this is the thing, but I think it was smart for the Democrats to say, listen, we're going to wait till after the election because the Senate is freaking Republican. What can we do for you right now? We can't make any promises to you. They ain't going to be like Trump and tell you, yeah, we're going to build this wall. We're going to do he ain't nothing.
Oh, whoa, snap. Did y'all see Steffi's comment though? Wait a minute, come on with the tea. Steffi said someone from the Orange Ones can't release the collabo with Ice Cube. Oh, so that's why he had to come out and talk about it. Because why would you do this PR nightmare to yourself?
And he said he didn't know her. He said on Roland Martin, I don't even know her. I don't even know who that woman is who did that tweet. And Roland was like,
this is a mess.
Wow.
This is a bona fide mess.
Oh, God.
Y'all said, I appreciate the thought behind Cube's intention. Yeah, I mean, you can think all day, but if you're coming on national TV, girl, he was on Chris Cuomo and looked like a doggone fool. Like, if you, and this is what I was trying to say, if you weren't you, and y'all forgive me if I'm wrong, wasn't he a part of NWA? Didn't NWA come up with a song called F the Police?
Yeah.
So you've been talking about this for years. Why wouldn't you really make sure you knew exactly what you were talking about before you go in front of TV and tell people that you've done an agreement with Biden or Trump? You didn't have a signed agreement either way. No. So you know what I mean? It still don't make no sense.
It doesn't. And the more that comes out about it, the more it's like, okay. I feel
like
he's been over his head.
Right. Do you disagree, Carrie?
I mean, I don't think it's wrong to share what your idea is. I mean, like, I don't, the thing is, I don't know the plan. That's my fault. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got to go read the plan, know exactly what he's saying. But like, I think, maybe if he had a plan to like use this as an opportunity to engage with people, like what would y'all like to see? Or if the plan is set in stone, like, there's no wiggle room in that. Like, I mean, because the reality is here's the thing, because I was talking about the Peace Force bill that me and a coalition of my homegirls have put together. Because we were like, fuck the police, like y'all this isn't working, so how about we try something else, you know what I mean? And so we had put together this idea but we had engagement, you know what I'm saying? We didn't it was a short period of time because we were working with a certain timeline, but we had engagement. And I work with young people, so I engage with them all the time. Like, they have their crew that they work with all the time, and so we're always engaging. But we had a survey and all of that stuff too, and we came up with an idea. Right. And so we proposed that we get it on the ballot so people could vote for it. Right. Like, would you like this? Yes. Cool. Would you? If not, then no. If it don't work, it don't work. But let's try something different. And so that's the only reason why I'm just like, I got to go back and read that thing. Because I'm just like, I feel like he may be misguided. I feel like maybe he don't know how the hell that space, the political space is a really interesting fucking space to be to figure out,
Right.
And honestly, I hate it. I don't want to figure it out, but like there are parts of it that, like, I need to know the rules of the game so I can change the rules and then abolish the rules. Like, that's my plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But and I totally no. What'd you say, Roger?
No, I was gonna say even still, Carrie, you wouldn't have come out with your plan and been like, well, nobody talked to me, and I'm the only one doing it.
I'm the only one doing
it. You know
it.
what I mean? You
right. That's the part I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. They're like, where's the engagement? Who did you talk to? Like, was this like a song? Like, you know, maybe this started off as a rap song. You know what I'm saying? And then it turned into a plan. Like, okay, I don't know.
Can we talk about the battle going on in the comments though? So Steffi said, Camille said he's not articulate about it at all, which I absolutely agree. And then Steffi's like, what has Cube done for his community? Start there and grow. And that's what I don't understand. Like, Carrie, if you present a plan, I've seen you do work in the community up until now. So I know what plan you're doing has the backing of all of the experience that you have coming with it, right?
Yeah.
And not to say that he hasn't, but it's just weird, you know.
It's weird.
And then y'all is just hopeful. Y'all is like, you know, what Cube is one brick against the racist wall. Listen, I appreciate the effort, but I don't know, girl. Cube is a little confusing in my mind.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
That's a lot.
He is. It's a lot. It's a lot. And if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Like, that's all right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, no ice cream, sit down, turn.
Right. And then I just don't like how, I know he never told anybody to vote for Trump, but his thing, telling people, well, whoever's going to sit down and listen to us need to be who you vote for. Like, Sir, why are you doing this a week and a half before the election or a month before the election? That's like when you don't even have your ducks in a row with what's going on. No. When half the stuff that you have in this manifesto or this contract with Black America has already been taken to the House by the CBC and has been killed. Right. What would you want people to do right now with that? Right. Anyway.
Timing is everything. But anyway.
We had a lot to catch up on this week.
This is what happens when we don't do a show for 2 weeks.
This is what happens, honey. We have a lot to say. But thank y'all for your engagement.
And thank you. Yes.
You know, we're open to every side. You know, it's like
is what it is.
Absolutely. And if you like Cube's, if you've read through Cube's proposal and you think he's right and you want us to know why, let us know because we don't mind admitting if we're wrong. I don't think we will.
I mean, or like if you read through it and know anything about it, like just drop some knowledge. Like what's in there? How, like, you know, what is the plan? If anybody has any idea,
I read the whole thing.
Niggas like, I know it ain't shit. No.
I know the plan. And I'm like, in what America is this gonna happen? Okay, but moving on. So really quick, we'll just do our Sister in Power before we bring on our special guest.
Yes.
We are so excited to have here tonight.
Did you have one or can I do mine?
I just have a quick one. Okay. The lovely, amazing Marsai Martin is on the cover of Essence, their new digital platform. I love me some Marsai Martin. She's like a role model for Lila because Lila is into acting now and would love to be on a show like Blackish one day. And I just love her. She's like killing it out here in the directing space and as an actress. And I just love her. So shout her out. And then Raj, she's a boss.
I just saw this today. My friend Ife actually posted this on her page, and then I had to go and watch it. So I'm going to just share this with you guys really quick. There is a teacher in Jamaica. Her name is Tanika McCoy Phipps, and she she saw that children were playing and not really focusing during school time, and she decided to paint blackboards on the walls of the neighborhood and write the lessons that the students needed every day. And I just thought that was so amazing. I'm going to share it in the comments here. She is raising money for UNICEF Jamaica. I have not done all the research to understand whether UNICEF Jamaica is a good organization, but I will shout out this Sister in Power. I think she's amazing. And I think that it just speaks to how women are doing innovative things right now to continue education for our young people, our people of color, and especially our extended family in Jamaica. So I just thought this was beautiful and wanted to share this with y'all. Definitely check it out and share this story. Okay. Thank you.
Love it.
Yes.
Empower.
Yes.
So awesome. You guys are ready to bring on our special guest?
Yes, let's do it.
Yay! I'm hyped.
Our sister in power for this week is the incredible Lady Bosé, Bosé Ajaka. I met this lady 10, 11, 12 years ago. She went to school with my husband at Berklee College of Music, and they're still the best of friends to this day. And I have such a love and respect for her. She's a beautiful artist. She's a great singer-songwriter. She's a vocal coach. She just has a very beautiful spirit. And she's a mom. She's a fellow mom. So we're just so happy to have her on the show. I'm going to read her bio for you guys. And then we're going to bring Miss Lady Bosé on. Yes. Lady Bosé is by far one of the most diverse, dynamic, and inspirational women in today's music scene. Her roots alone will explain a lot about how she views and responds to sound. She was born in Tuskegee, Alabama, and raised in London, England. Mm-hmm. That's not all. Lady Bosé also has Nigerian roots from both of her loving parents. She received her bachelor's degree in vocal performance from the world-renowned Berklee College of Music in 2003 at the age of 21. Lady Bosé has worked with artists, vocalists, voiceover artists, rappers, and motivational speakers such as the late, great Natalie Cole, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, Jamal King, Dr. Alveda King, Martin Luther King's niece, Juana Plata, and Ray Charles Enterprise, to name a few. Lady Bosé aired on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with Jazzy Faye as a vocal coach in the fall of 2017. She has been developing aspiring and professional vocalists. She has developing aspiring and professional vocalists for 20 years. This phenomenal woman is also the founder and CEO of Lady Bosé, established since 2015. This LLC specializes in live and intimate entertainment for special occasions. In addition, it is a training ground for the elite and developing vocalists looking to overcome several vocally restricting and mental habits that derail the progress of singing with ease. Lady Bosé uses effective methods of breath control and vocal techniques to add value and performance longevity to her clients. Transforming lives through the healing of music is Lady Bosé's passion and drive. Yay! So happy to introduce you guys to the lovely Lady Bosé.
Hey, welcome into the space, Lady Bosé.
Yes.
How are you guys?
Welcome, sis.
Good. How are you?
I'm sipping on tea.
Right.
I know that's right.
And I am a tea connoisseur, so I want to talk about what I have in my tea.
Okay,
yeah. Tonight, coming live to you, I have mango ginger mixed with, oh, I ain't done, baby. Mixed with sweet rose and peppermint. So I have all of these goodnesses going on, and it's just making me feel so good. I don't like adding honey in my tea. I used to when I was younger, but I actually find it more like satisfying to just as is. I get all the flavors, but I don't think I'm like sugared up.
Yeah.
I don't have that extra gunk in my throat after, you know. Vocalists, we be extra. We be like, oh my God, it's my attitude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's so excited. I'm just excited to be on the show. I love you, ladies. I'll be watching you. Don't play.
Thank you so much. We are so excited to have you here. Yay!
Yes.
So before we get started with the interview, we have a question of the day. Carry Joy. And we don't know what it is. We ready.
I don't know.
Right. You got this. So by law, everyone has to pick a new name. What is your name?
Oh gosh, girl.
I like that.
I have to pick a name.
I'm very deep most of the time, and the other times I'm super goofy. But when it comes to a name and it's like by law and I got to change my name, I'll go serious on that. So I'll pick Ife, and that's a Nigerian name, and it means love.
You said it means
love, like Ife.
Love. Okay.
Yeah, it's like it just means love. Yeah.
How do you spell it?
IFE.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Like your friend. Yes.
Yeah, one of my dear friends is named Ife.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I love that too.
I love that name. And you know, my name, my actually full name is a name that I've had to grow to love. I actually did not like my name growing up because I was teased terribly from it. And I didn't understand. You see, don't let's get deep. This is why it's so important to know thyself, okay?
Yes.
Because society does teach us brown and black people to self-hate and teaches us subconsciously through media, through the way that we're raised and the things that we don't get to have in certain stores, so on and so forth, including the way that our names are pronounced. So as you know, as you've read, right, being born in Tuskegee, Alabama, and then raised in London, England, and then coming from Nigerian parents, that was a lot to deal with as a young girl. And then my full name is Omo Bosé. So
beautiful.
Right. And so you say beautiful, but I was like, oh my God, don't tell people, because that's a lot of words. There's a lot of letters that people are going to be trying to act like they can't say. So don't say nothing to nobody. And roll call was the worst. I was always sweating in roll call. If I was my first year, I'd be like, oh my God, that cute guy's about to not like me because here comes my name that the teacher.
Have you seen that clip by Usamaka when she talks about her name and how her mom told her to love her name?
Man, that was something I had to figure that out myself, because my parents never cared about people who was hating and all that stuff. They're Nigerian, they're tough. They'd be like, oh, you want to hit on me because I'm talking like this?
Right.
I learn English all over again. Me, I studied
right.
And I know both languages. What language do you know? You don't even speak your own language the right way. So they never
right.
Right. If I went home and I was like, oh, Mom, somebody called me, I'm a boss today, and I don't want to be a boss. They'd be like, you don't want to be a boss? You don't want to be a boss? You don't want to be a boss because you are the boss of all.
I love
it. Like my parents didn't have time to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. No. They were wrong. And so when I got to college, I was still embarrassed of my name. So I went by, that's why Monique, you know me by Mary, because I was confirmed at a Catholic church at 11. And so when they asked for a confirmation name, my mom was like, oh, just give her Mary. And I was like, Mary, I was thinking Christina. I'm kind of like a Christina. But long story short, the name thing really jolted some kind of like memory in me of what I went through, because if by law I had to change my name, it definitely would be something that was still from my culture and my tribe, but that really signifies who I truly am. And even though my name now does have a strong meaning to who I am, I want to go deeper. And so Ife is really who I am. I really love and I love people. And I try not to give up on people, even when I'm like, I don't understand why they don't understand. Like, it's not that difficult to be forgiving, kind, receptive to others. Yes, there's evil in the world, but there's so much of it. Why not choose love? Why not choose kindness? So, to bring it all back around, like Ife is definitely would be the name that I would go for,
I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You have something, Carrie?
So, growing up, for some reason, I always wanted. This is not deep. I always wanted to be Jordan. I don't know. I just felt like
I can see that.
I just feel like if I was like, if I were to, I could say some deep, like, it reminds me of being pulled and called by the River Jordan and stuff, and like I believe that in my soul.
Right.
But no, it's just a name I like. It's just a name I like. So yeah, I mean, if I can think of something that like I've always loved because of like the meaning and the understanding of it is Oshun. the goddess Oshun, and like, you know, being one of the only like women, I guess, in the spaces of like all the gods that
Yes.
I don't remember the whole story, but yeah, like it's that's
That's
Yeah.
This is hard for me. Go ahead, Raj.
Well, you know, it took me a long time to fall in love with my name. So if by law I had to change it, I would change it to Le Grand Dame Raj Jalari.
okay.
Because I love my name, doggone it. And it took me a long time to, you know, and it's like what Lady Bosé says, you know, when I was growing up and roll call and all that was hard. But I feel like the way I feel now about being Raj Jalari, honey, you can't take that from me. Now, when I was a kid, I wanted to be called Felicia because I loved Felicia Rashad. And I thought Felicia was an easier name than Raj Jalari. But no, you need to learn how to say it and say it right. And it is what it is. So,
right. That's a good one. You know, honestly, this is a struggle for me because I love my name.
Right.
I really love my name, Monique. And I don't have another name that I would like to be called. Thank you. I mean,
there you go.
It took a long time to love myself, you know, and now that I'm living in my freedom and truth and all these things.
Yes.
I feel like very strong, like I am Mo freaking Neek. Okay.
Come on now.
Right.
Come on now.
Ladies, do you guys know what each of your names mean? Because I have a very specific meaning to my name. And I was like, oh, that's why I'm called Oma Basade. Right.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, my name means a child who was born on Sunday. And it's kind of cool because I was born on Sunday, obviously. But when I look at the deeper meaning, because I was studying that within the last few years, and every time I come that the internet pulls up something, because of course it isn't a common name in culture. So you literally have to dig deep and research like Nigerian type meanings and go into those type of websites. And I found out that my name in a deeper sense just represented peace, represented, no drama, and wanting to like really be an advocate for people and care for people and stand up for people and do it sometimes to the detriment of my own self. So I had to learn how to let the word Bosé, which means born on, right? So I needed to choose that born on peace, born on no drama, born on. So I needed to speaking my name into existence in certain places that helped me, because I do find that sometimes I love too deep to the point where like it can be too much. And I've had to learn that over the years. I think that's what comes out in my music too. I'm grateful now in my life to have the gifts that God has given me, because if I wasn't creative and I loved this much, I would probably be smothering people. It'd be too much. I would have I would have nowhere to put it. So I'm grateful when I can express in a musical sense, because that deeper meaning, it doesn't kind of get lost in like, people who aren't so deep and like, oh, okay, Oma Basade. And I'm like, no, it's Oma Basade. But
that's right.
Just I accept that for now, or Bosé, because it's just cool. And that's another thing too. I'm sorry to go off on a tangent, but I really do get irritated when people be like, "Can I just call you B?"
Ooh, I'm with you, girl.
A friend of mine wrote a poem about that. She was like,
"Oh, really?
Yeah,
I need to hear that poem, honey, and whip it out."
Because you will not tell Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. You're right though.
No, that's real.
You do not tell Kamala that you're going to just okay.
That's why y'all got to see this clip from Uzamaka, because she said that she was talking to her mom and she wanted her mom to call her some other name. And her mother turned around and said, if they can pronounce Tchaikovsky and Dostoevsky, they can pronounce Uzamaka. And I never forgot that. Yeah.
I love that.
And I tell people, Bosé is really not that difficult. It's just like Beyonce. It's just like Beyonce. It's just like Sade. Pick one of the two and put a B in front of it and you got my damn name.
Right.
Like, what is this? Come on, people. Let me sip some tea.
Right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, girl.
You see that?
I love that.
No, that's beautiful. Yes, girl.
And I wonder if the definitions of our name really define us, because Monique does not have any grandiose, beautiful meaning. It literally means to be a recluse, to be alone, and to be an advisor.
An advisor, though.
Which is what I am. Like, but I love to be alone. And when I was a kid, I used to go and hide in the closets and put my little portable TV in there. And I love being a recluse at times.
Right.
And it's for me to push myself out socially in situations where I'm not used to people. I have to really like do that, because I can just clam up in a shell. But I am an advisor. If honey,
she will get you together, honey.
Right.
Do you know what your name means, Carrie?
What's that?
You know what your name means?
Yeah, it's Irish, and it means like dark princess, something, or like something. It's like dark princess or like black princess. Yeah. So I felt, I was like, it works.
Come and glisten.
Black princess, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, your next photo shoot, you should have some gold on you, girl, and just be emulating in the light. Tell her.
There you go. There you go.
Let hubby know. Call me real quick.
Wear your yellow, Shun. There you go.
Yes. By the way, I will be getting one of these sweaters, because y'all know by yourself. I'm feeling a little too lost right now.
Sis.
Okay.
We got you.
Yeah.
Sure. And we got to get some SIP sweatshirts coming out soon too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. We get some merch real soon, y'all.
Yes.
Awesome. That was a great question, Carrie. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to start this interview by asking you, how is it like being, growing up in Alabama, being born in Alabama, but then moving to London? And then what was the transition that got you from London back to America to Berkeley?
Ooh, such a good question. I'm a condense, because it is a long story. So Tuskegee, Alabama, of course, that was where I was born. I left there when I was 2 years old. My parents my father had left first to go visit his father in Nigeria to kind of show him, look, this is what I've done so far since I've been out here. And his intent was of good intent, to actually go and try to start a business with his father. My grandfather was the general alongside the president during that time. So he was a big man of power. He was a very strict man. And so my father always kind of respected him and just wanted to make him proud. So he went home first. And about a few months after that, my mother decided to join him, and she had 3 kids at the time. So when she went, she actually said that someone had stopped her in the airport and said, don't go. It doesn't feel right, but don't go. And she felt kind of strange too, but she went anyway. And honestly, wow, I've never told anybody this story. This is a family story.
Wow.
No one knows this. They know like the general aspects, but this is a very deep story. So I'm just gonna like rush through it as much as I can. But when she got home, I would say months apart from the time she got home to the first time one out of her 3 children passed, she started experiencing the child not feeling well, not doing well, not having as much nutrition as possible. Things just weren't going well. And it was a lot of feuding within the family and no support. So it ended up kind of being a bad trip. And that caused my mom to lose 2 of those children. And I was the last one alive. And I was in the hospital on the brink of death. And my mom said, the doctors tried one more time to give me something to eat, because if I wasn't going to eat, then I was going to obviously die. And I ate the food. And from there, I started getting healthier, better. And the trip caused them to like literally lose all their things. Like the family had hid their passports. It was like really crazy stuff. Then they decided to escape. My father found a way to escape to London. So that's how we ended up in London.
Mm.
About 2 years, 3 years old, because it had been a good year that we had been stuck out there in Nigeria trying to get out. So about 3 years old, from 3 years to about 13 years old, that's how I grew up in London. That is a whole nother testimony. A book will come from that.
Yes.
Yes.
But during that time, I really I realized that every time that we would celebrate something or we would go somewhere, they would always pull out the camcorder, and I would just be the host of the party or the host of the event. And I loved just being goofy and talking on. I'd be like, all right, now coming live to you, it's the Ajaka family. And we're going to see how mommy sets up the tree, and I'm going to have the best presents. And I was just so happy all the time, in spite of all of the pain.
Wow.
So I like God just preserved my life to encourage and keep my parents. I love my parents dearly. They have fought tooth and nail to stay together in spite all of the losses in their life. And during the time they were in London, they lost 5 more children.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, or let me say 3 more children. It was a total of 5. So, and they had one child who survived, which is my brother. He's 9 years younger than me.
Wow.
So from all of that, we left. Yeah, it's just crazy story, man. But we left London I was 13, and that was 1995, August 1995. I never forget it. And we landed in Maryland, and then we drove the Greyhound bus to Atlanta, Georgia. My dad said, in Atlanta, there's not a lot of earthquakes and a lot of storms. They don't come to Atlanta. So geographically, this is the best place for us. We took it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then, a few years, well, actually the first year into school, I went into 9th grade at 13 because my parents was like, no, y'all ain't gonna try to play us because we got an accent. She's mad smart. And that year, my GPA was 112. It was like a 4.12. It was
word.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so they was like, they all shut up and they all let me be great, And then also what was happening was that I also didn't know what I wanted to do outside of high school. So my teacher at the time, who was classically training me, was like, hey, you're going to go to Berkeley because you don't like math and you always talk about math, and they don't do math over there. And so I was like, you know me so good, teacher. Okay. I didn't know what I didn't know nothing about no Berkeley. I didn't know what Berkeley was. Literally, and if she is watching, I love you, Canangela. So much. You know that it's never gonna change. I don't care how hard this life gets. I'm looking for you. And I'm gonna ask you. She taught me everything I know, even how to be ladylike, because I was so boisterous. Okay, as I just sit down with my legs open. I just be yawning. She'd be like, what you doing? You got to you got to go sing opera. What you doing?
Raj be trying to teach us about the cool, but we,
please have cool.
Yeah. So literally, she sent me to the audition, World Tour Scholarship. I got that. Like anything she told me to do, I was doing it. And I found myself in Berkeley, and my parents, what I love about them is even after all their loss, they never once said, do you want to stay in Atlanta? Do you want to stay close to us? They always pushed whatever it was I was interested in. And you never find that in Nigerian. Well, I'm not going to say that you never find it, but a lot of Nigerian culture, they do not want their child to go outside of either being a lawyer, a nurse, something.
Indians,
And I understand that. I actually respect why they do that, because they don't want their child to fail or be like looking for money. So, but my parents took a chance on the fact that, you know what, raise her in the way that she'll go. This is what she wanted. We can support that. We don't know how hard it is or how easy it's going to be, but this is what she want to do. And they really supported me. They let me go. They bought all the stuff for college, and that's how I ended up at Berkeley, And
wow.
So long story. I tried to condense it.
That was
that's a beautiful story.
Really thank you for sharing that with us, for real. Yeah.
And I have to imagine that going through all of that, has shaped your voice and what you have to say and the way you put out your music, because your music is beautiful, Bosé. It's so beautiful. And before we jump into your new music that you have out, I wanted to know, did you have, so when you were in school, you were studying, but did you know that you wanted to be a performer full time, like in high school? What was that moment where you were like, okay, this is my life, this is my purpose, this is my calling? Because I think everybody kind of has a different story with that. Some folks kind of grow into that, but how did you know that this is what you had to do?
11 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, that was, it's still like every time someone asks me, I try to see, and you saw how I looked off. I'm like, maybe there was another time that it really hit me. No, it's always been 11 years old. And man, I remember exactly what happened. I was standing in my room in London, England, and it was nighttime, and I was listening to SWV's "And Our Love Will Be Right Here."
Yeah, that's the song.
Yes.
Right. And I swear to you, it's like I got tingly all over. And I looked up at the sky and I felt like, oh my God, I have no other choice. I will always be a singer.
Wow.
I ran downstairs. It must have been about 10:30 or something like that, because it was definitely late and I should have been asleep, but I was just kind of into my music. I was like, Mom. I was like, you're not going to believe it, but I felt tingly and I feel and they were like, girl, if you don't go back to sleep.
I love that.
You are thinking too much. Like, it was hilarity. But my parents literally kind of like did a little mental note. And one of the reasons why they fought so hard to get us back to America was because I shared that with them, the dream of wanting to sing and do more with this gift that I didn't even know. I didn't know what it meant when I felt it. I didn't think that I was like prima donna or anything. I just loved music so much. It was like it was overwhelming me. And that was what it was, So
wow.
Yeah, that was the time. 11 years old, believe it or not. So I always knew. Yeah. Even when and even and I'm not gonna lie, and a lot of my Berkeley sisters are watching and friends are watching. And I'll tell you this, Berkeley can try to take away that love,
Yes, it can.
You go there, you not in a negative sense, but because of self-esteem and not realizing that, wow, the talent of musicians are way bigger than what your initial thought was. A lot of them. And they're all coming to one space. And it's either you're going to suck it in and you're going to love it, or you're going to let it depress you. And I decided to suck it in and love it and tell people, let's do shows together. Hey, I got a plan for you. I got a plan for you. And I didn't know half of the people that I was sucking into my shows. I was like, hey, I like the way you hold that guitar. What's your name?
Right.
You don't need my guitar play. They'll be like, what's your name again? I don't know you.
Right.
I'm really
networking.
Networking.
That was me. And people will tell you, if you listening, comment. They know what's up. I never slowed down in college. I would deal with my self-esteem issues by myself in my dorm or in wherever I was staying. And then I'll be like, God, you didn't put me here for nothing.
That's right.
I need to go. I need to make moves. And I would audition for things. People wouldn't pick me. And I'd be like, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to do my own show. And I would
go for real.
And literally sign up for things and cafe shows and all kinds of stuff. And I just really enjoyed it, Yeah. So
thank you for talking about that insecurity. No, what were you going to say, Raj?
No, I was going to say, I feel like the one thing that you can learn, like you said, I feel like Berkeley teaches you how to find your own voice and how to celebrate your own voice, or any kind of group institution like that, where there's a lot of hotbed of musicians and a hotbed of talent. You got to love who you are no matter what. That's awesome.
That's right. Did y'all study with any of the same teachers?
Did you study with Donna McElroy?
Oh yeah, and Donna,
yes.
I'm gonna be watching eventually. That's my auntie. I don't even So, and sometimes we check in with each other even till today, and it's like 20 years after I've left college. Like I'm still like loving my auntie. She really was a big inspiration in my life, and also Gabrielle Goodman.
Yes.
You know, Cuttison Kai, and those ladies were my professors, my vocal coaches during Berkeley. And I tell you, Berkeley will whip you into shape, whether you're ready or not. Berkeley will whip you into shape. Donna used to come up behind me and be like, why's your knees bent back like that? And then she'll knock my knees back in place.
Yes. Donna was no joke.
Your chin jerking out like that when you sing, and then she'll tap my chin back, and I'd be like, okay. Like posture, she taught me about posture. She taught me about confidence. I never sang Negro spirituals as deeply gospel tunes, really. Gospel tunes. I say gospel because I did do Negro spirituals in high school from the opera. But gospel music, I actually was afraid of that because growing up in London, that wasn't a culture that I was used to. I'm about to make y'all laugh because, you know, the Nigerian culture, going to church is not the kind of music you hear now, which they're super talented people. But back then it was more like, oh, praise the Lord. Thank you, God, when is this going to end? Oh my Lord. So I had no foundation of like what it was to sing gospel. And Donna completely broke that stereotype in my brain that, oh, you have to be Black American to really sing it and sing it right. She said, if you know what struggle is, you can sing gospel. And she gave me this song. I'm about to remember it right now. Somebody Bigger Than You and I by Mahalia. And that was my first time that I ever sang a song and I made a teacher cry. And Donna shed tears, called her mother up and said, Mommy, listen to this girl sing this song. And I was floored because I was like, to me, I feel like I'm the least of them, you know, but yet you saw something in me that I don't see. I don't even know what you're seeing. It's what's making me emotional. And that just solidified even more that I'm made to sing. I'm made to inspire people. And so I really love her for helping me to get to those places in my life that would make me more confident in who I am as a vocalist. That was very much a turning point in my life with Donna when she, she expressed that emotion. Like she was really touched. She was like, I don't know why you second guess yourself. This is amazing. Like this is what you're supposed to be doing, you know? And so, yeah, man, great professors.
I love
and
that.
Can I just ask a question real quick? Yeah. Listen, I would love to hear you sing Mahalia Jackson because your voice is like it is there's like this like a haunting, but it's like an awakening kind of thing in your voice. It's beautiful, I just want to say. And I'm curious to know, how did you find your voice? You talked about Berkeley being a place that like really helps you find your voice. So I think Raj, you might have mentioned that. But how did you find your voice?
Good question. I think that honestly, you have to, for me, I found out that I had to hurt a lot. I know that sounds very like unorthodox, but if I was like other Berkeley cats that went in and just kind of was loved by everybody and just got the gigs and got the this and got the that, I wouldn't have appreciated the pain of life to be able to sing the song or express the voice in a different way, because you can have technique. Like I had to find my voice through, practicing and studying different artists, and you do those things that you have to do to perfect your gift and craft. But the actual emotion behind singing, and like even one of my other sisters who's watching, Talith, like till this day, like her voice always moves me to like be like, sit your whole self down and just listen, because so much soul behind it, and it's like give her the platform and she's gonna tear it up for everybody. Everybody gonna leave shedding tears, and I feel like I wasn't there when I first started, but a lot of the pain that I experienced just as a young woman, a Black woman, a woman that loves deeply, all of these things that I had to go through, even in college and into the real world. I don't think I really discovered my voice until maybe about 5 years after Berkeley. I think I enjoyed the experience. I was, just kind of singing, doing my stuff, getting my grades and all that. But to actually have harnessed like the control of my voice, it didn't happen until later on in my career. Yeah.
I can relate to that too.
Right.
Yeah.
You get so much information in college that you try not to be what you are influenced by, but it's so much studying that you're doing, and you have these influences, and it took a while too. And I just appreciate that you're sharing the struggle of being an artist, because so many folks, I think there's a huge group of us who are artists who have struggled with how we view ourselves as artists. And, you weren't the popular kid. I wasn't the popular violinist. I wasn't, all these things. And you see these popular groups and these kind of cliques within the industry. But I just think that's so beautiful that you've been able to find your voice, number one, but also be like, you know what? I am Lady Bosé, okay? You only gonna give me a gig. I'm gonna create my own gig. And that's what's so hard about this industry. That's right. It's so hard. And I just appreciate you sharing that and being vulnerable about it, because people just think that it's just easy street over here and that everybody just loves you and embraces you. And but it's not like that. And you have to really fight to preserve your peace within your gift.
Right. Thank you for saying that too. And I, first of all, I was supposed to do this when I first came on, but like I have to shout y'all ladies out, because there's not a lot of ladies like you anymore in the world. And I'm one of the people, I am mushy. So if you hear it in my voice, I'm all emotional. It's okay.
All love.
Let me be Terry. Okay. But to fight for sisterhood, you don't see that a lot anymore. And one of the biggest traumas that I went through, growing up in London, was that when I was 9 years old, I lost my sister to to sickle cell anemia. She had cardiac arrest. That's how she passed. And I watched her take her last breath. And so sisterhood is important for me. When I see real sisters and they're, feuding, I try to shut that down. Yeah. I'm like, you're blessed to have someone. If no one else, you got your sibling. You got somebody who is blood of your blood, flesh of your flesh. Like they really are. And you can call them and be like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but I need you. And they have to really understand that is a beautiful thing. You don't get that with everybody else. So when you don't have that, and you have sisters or brothers and you don't have that, it's a really unfortunate, it's a sad thing. And if you can heal it and rectify it, by all means, go that direction. Because I will never be able to say that. I lost, she's gone, and I still think about that till this day, even though I've gotten over it. I understand why, she went home to be with the Lord. But whenever I meet good sisters, like sister queens and friends, and we're going through things or there's a misunderstanding or whatever, I'm always fighting for understanding, clarity, and getting back to sisterhood. So it's super important for me to just say thank you for being able to do the SIP and care about people's thoughts. And not be shy to express yourself, whether people agree or don't agree. Look, I have to speak because the world tries to put down the one important nurturer on the face of this earth, which is beautiful chocolate, black and brown ladies that I see.
Amen.
They try to put us down. And so I just have to say thank you first and foremost for giving ladies these platforms, whoever you interview, the platform to speak and to be able to share their story, because like Monique and I was talking offline the other day, everyone deserves to share their story. Because you don't know if your story is going to save somebody from committing suicide or going to save somebody from giving up on their business. You just don't know why your story needs to be told, but you have to tell. You have to tell it. So thank you, man. Like, I have to say that first and foremost,
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Yes. I don't have siblings, and I can honestly say that Monique and Carrie have become like my true sisters, not just by family or by friendship, but in my heart. And that means a lot. It really does. Because I think we have known each other for years, and we have our ups and downs. We don't always get along, but we love hard, and we just, the respect and the things that we try to build together is beautiful. I love y'all. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. That just makes me so sending you so much love, and just thank you for being willing to come on and be vulnerable and share your stories, and feel like you're in a safe space so that you can do that. So thank you.
It's about the greatest sisterhood,
Yes,
and
always.
And us always remembering to connect. And
that's right.
And not forget each other. So thank you. Blessings to you.
Yes.
And we're so much better together. Like, when are we going to realize this? We are so much better together than like, feeling jealous or feeling, all kind of stuff that can happen with friendships between women. And, I admire brothers for the fact that they could just shake stuff off and just move on.
That is easy for them.
Listen,
they be like, what did we talk about yesterday?
What did we even talk about? I know.
Right.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Brian be like, you still mad? Yes, I'm still mad.
I'm still mad.
That was 3 years ago. I don't
Right. But I want women to be in that same, with that same energy. And I just think it really is important to showcase the unity that we all have as women, but specifically as Black women. And we are far stronger together than separate. So thank you for being here. Yes, absolutely. I had a question about your inspiration. So when we were talking, you had mentioned something about Diane Reeves. So I wanted you to share that with Carrie and Raj.
I'm so excited that first and foremost is Diane Reeves' birthday. Happy
birthday. Shout out.
Happy birthday.
First of all, I got to sing happy birthday for Diane Reeves.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you.
Come on now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diane Reeves.
Yes, honey.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Whoa, yeah.
Come on, girl. Yes, Lord. Yes. You better serenade.
Look, wait, I started thinking, I am singing to Diane. I started getting nervous. I was like, oh my God. I gotta get through
that. Yes. Big love.
But I love the fact that, just a few years, or like I said, years ago when I graduated Berkeley, the inspiration that I had, like she first of all was so a big memory in my mind because she spoke at the commencement. Is it the commencement?
Yeah. Or was it convocation? The first year or the
commencement or graduation?
No, the graduation. Yeah, graduation. And she performed for the show that they usually have the night before the graduation. I forget what they call that, but yeah. So, and I remember being like literally like the second row from the BPC stage, and she came down the stairs, and you know, of course, Diane, you don't remember this because you're so amazing. But I remember it, and I took a picture of her and Steven Tyler, and we were hugging and talking, and Steven was talking to me like he was my friend. I was like, okay, we can do this. Like, yeah. And, she said such amazing and just inspiring things to us before we received our degrees. And then, you know, when you told me that, okay, I'm going to be interviewed this week. And I was like, wait a minute, just a week or so ago. And I was like, just so amazing how the world always circles back around.
Yes.
I hope that eventually it'll just circle back around where we can actually meet and speak.
Yes.
All love and
She's
respect.
so kind too. You love her.
I just can't wait. And so much love and respect to you and all of the work that you do and you're still doing. So yeah, that's it, man. That was so, it just was behind, you know, Miss Diane Reeves.
Well, thank you for slaying. Happy birthday.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Shout out one more time.
I heard it all. I was like, oh my God, commit.
That.
Yeah, you still do. Yes. Well, I would love to talk about your vocal coaching career.
Vocal coaching.
Yes, because that, you know, you are an educator. You are a music educator. And for me as a violinist, you know, I've taught before, but now I'm getting to this point in my career where I'm like, I just want to kind of perform. I don't want to love teaching. How did you get to that point where you're like, you know what, I want to be a vocal coach and I am going to kill this? And because not everybody wants to teach. So how did that come about for you?
Teaching was not something I wanted to do either, to believe it or not. I just fell into it. In fact, the story is pretty fun. Again, my high school teacher, Canangela Boyd Robertson, she was always on me about, you know, just giving me opportunities for any musical things that came about. And I was 18 years old. I was going into my second year of college. And the summer job that she called me about was for the Tupac Shakur camp. And at that time, Tupac's mother, you know, had produced it, and she, you know, was really, you know, just adamant about getting the children in the community together in Stone Mountain, Georgia, together and just like building a platform where they can learn music, they can learn different ways to express themselves. And then after a 3-week program, present it on stage in a show, in an actual show. So I was really like excited to see that, wow, okay, someone trusts me to go to somewhere as dope as the Tupac Shakur camp and teach. I had no idea at 18 what I was doing. And funny thing is I had just cut my hair. So like I had no hair. I was just walking around in my diva-esque, you know, like I'm natural. And I was like, oh my God, I got this job and I'm bald. What do I do? It was funny. So, but I showed up and the kids would ask me, you sure do look young. And I was like, mind your business.
Right.
Take your seat.
Do these scales and mind your business. Okay. It just was great because it was always kind of like, it just seemed like the kids would gravitate towards me in ways that I wasn't even trying to control at all, you know? And so that experience was great. I received a lot of savings literally from that job. I received $100 a day, and like it was just $100 an hour.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Honey, yes.
Right. Let me not forget, honey. I gotta count all my coins, okay?
Yes, honey.
And so it was just great because I saved money, went back to school, and then when I finally graduated college, I was put in a position where I was doing like a small program at the YWCA, not the YMCA, but the YWCA in Boston, right there on Huntington Avenue, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember that YWCA that was over there? But
on Huntington,
yeah. So
either that or on ComAv.
Right, Commonwealth. That's right. One that runs right into Roxbury or something like that.
Right.
Trying to remember all my little points. My Bostonian, okay. But so what I loved about that program was these were underprivileged kids in the city coming together and just wanting to express and sing. And they told me, they said, run the program the way you want. We don't know what you want to do, but you just graduated school, so go ahead. And they was like, and how old are you again? I was like, I'm 20. They were like, 20? Okay. Good luck, because we ain't got nothing else for them to do. And this is the time that, they need to be doing something rather than being in the streets. So I literally was like, you know what? I'm going to do a gospel choir. They need good stuff. And they need to know that gospel choir is all about the fun of the genre of music. And it might help them also stay out of trouble. And that happened for a 3-month period. And when the program ended, these kids were bawling. I'd never seen kids. Program is done. And then I just knew that something was different about who I would become in my artistry, as well as, the kind of things that I will be influencing people to do in the music industry. And I knew that it would have something to do with teaching. I like I said, I didn't necessarily know to what extent. So then I applied for, a music position at the Boston Renaissance Charter School. And I got it right away. Like the principal was like, why do you think that you should work here? And I said, because the way I was raised, a lot of people are not raised that way. And my well upbringing will help these children be able to have some hope that they can see a young Black girl become successful. And I said, and I'm a teacher in this building, but I said, I guarantee you I'll be the most memorable. And he was like, can you start Monday, please?
Come on, girl. That's right.
Yes. Confident.
You want me, sir.
Right.
You need me.
Love it.
You need me.
Right.
Yes.
But, it was a blessing to be able to just kind of like let God kind of direct where he wants me to go, because in the back of my mind, I was like, and when am I going to be traveling the world and singing on stage and having these albums out, God? I'm waiting.
Right.
But I didn't want that to overshadow the fact that you do have to allow him to work in your life. And I was young, but I was like, well, I understood that enough to know, okay, I'm not going to push back. I'm going to take this opportunity and rock with it. And, I do think having that career, being a vocal teacher and a coach, has helped me grow my own self. And I think like when you asked me, when did I find my voice? It was through, again, all of the things of like not being given what I wanted, not having the contracts. When Sony called and was trying to offer a contract to me, and at 17, and my dad was like, no, you're going to finish Berkeley, and different things like this, all these opportunities in the industry that I felt like I missed out on. The revelation and the epiphany came later, when I'm like, oh, had gone out there in the world, I probably would have messed up my own career, because I wasn't prepared and strong enough to handle the kind of, the kind of music that God wanted me to do. Like he wants me to do stuff that evoke change and inspire. And I was still trying to be like Aaliyah when I was 17.
Right.
But I feel like that's really what helped me get into teaching, was just seeing the reaction of children that, you know, they're afraid at one moment and then 2-3 months later they are singing, they're budding,
yes,
they're
right.
feeling like they can do this thing that they couldn't do when they walked in. And so that's the reason why I really like teaching. And it kind of you know, catapulted me, you know, into vocal production. And when I first hit the studio and did vocal production at Patchwork Recording Studios here in Atlanta, my first time that I did that, I had already done it before, but there was a new high. And I think that every time I meet a great artist and I have a great vocal production session, I literally will tell them, hey, if y'all could just give me a studio and some tea and the person order, I would be here. Just give me a little pull-out bed. You know,
I live right up in here, right?
Yes, honey.
Build me a shower in the back because I love creativity. You remember what I told you about all this love that I have bottled up inside of me. And, you know, it's an energy that I do feel like sometimes people don't know where to put their creative energy. So they're either frustrated, angry, arguing with people, you know, they're doing all this stuff. They're even getting sick physically rather than just do the gift and find somewhere to put it.
Yes,
I'm grateful that I'm able to do that as a coach, as a teacher, you know, and a vocal producer. Yeah.
I love how you said you have a lot of love and you put a lot of love into what you do. It just emanates from you, sis. Like I can
really
see
does.
that your students receive it. I can see that people who love your music and your beautiful voice receive it. It's such an offering that just flows from you.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's all I've ever wanted. You know, I feel like if I'm not useful in the world, then what's the point? You know? And I think that's why COVID has been so rough for me. I'm just going to be honest. And, you know, I'm just going to be as honest as I can right now, because when I tell you when COVID hit, I was hyperventilating.
It's hard.
You know, it was very hard. And a lot of, you know, the issues that came from that was because December of last year, I had allowed my daughter to go to London with her grandparents. And, you know, she's homeschooled. So then around like March, when COVID hit, just like a month prior to that, I had told her, stay there a little longer since you're already homeschooled and you're having fun and they're not ready to come back. Just stay there a little longer. And then a month later, COVID hits. And I was like, you know, the state of the world. I see my child again. Like, what's up with my parents? And, you know, then I woke up, and each day that I woke up, I was like, wait a minute, I'm by myself. And I'm a single mother, but I'm also a single person, you know? And so then I started having these like really comedic thoughts in my brains, like, I'm gonna get to heaven and be like, so when was you gonna send him because COVID happened? And then
I know that's right, girl. You're slipping on your pimping Jesus. Come on now.
I was literally having comedic moments by myself on other days, and other days it was tears, you know. But the moments where I'd be having these comedic moments, it was like, so God, you decided to go ahead and shut the world down, and not just shut the world down, but tell people they can't meet with each other. And then when they finally do, they got to wear masks. So now I can't get to see if my husband's handsome. I'm just going to meet him at the altar.
Right.
Mask on, and then he's going to be like, I'm sorry, you can't see. And then when he reveals, I'm be like, oh, Lord.
Love it from the inside, girl. It ain't all about the looks.
You need to have the beholder, okay?
Come on, girl.
Doing to me, Raja, see? Because I wasn't feeling that. And I was having conversations with my daddy in heaven and telling him, I don't like this right now. I said, the sun all out. I can't go nowhere with nobody. It's just out. It's sparkling. The world done shut down. The air just looked cleaner. But I'm walking in this park by myself, God. You didn't think to add him before COVID?
Right. The struggle. Yeah.
I was just, you know, and then I was trying to reach out to
But enjoy your peace and quiet, sis, because, you know, it can be nice sometimes, you know.
You don't lie about that. You ain't lie about that. You didn't lie.
I love my boo. Don't get me wrong, child. I'll never want to be single again. Forget that.
But But that was the other days, like I said, when it was comedic, I was like, well, you know what? Let me just go ahead and not wear a bra today.
Yes.
Just go ahead and walk around with no clothes today. Did I tell you? I told you I was gonna get real. I just walk around naked sometimes. I don't even care.
Listen,
you're right. The change. And I just
girl, yes. Get naked, okay?
Okay.
Tommy Pickle said it from Rugrats. Naked is free. That's my motto.
Period.
Because I was getting so irritated trying to pick out clothes. You see what I did with these earrings? I couldn't find the others. So I said, you know what?
They look cute.
I didn't even see it, but it's cute.
Yes. I wouldn't have even known.
I wouldn't have known it at all. It looked like a little iridescent thing going on.
That's what I decided to do. I was like, you know what? I'm an artist. They'll understand. Because if
I right
business on and then I did this, they'd be like, ma'am.
So I hope you see your daughter soon.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't seen her since I've seen her on, WhatsApp. But, and she's grown, guys. Like she was shorter than my mom, and my mom's already like 5'3", and she is literally 5'3" now. She's standing side by side.
Oh,
I can't believe it! It's just amazing. So, she's on the FaceTime, and she was like, Mom. She was like, I just finished another novel, and so when I get back, I'm gonna need you to help me, please. I want to go and publish it.
Yes.
We are writing novels. How old is she?
Have her on the set.
11, right?
11, yes.
And she was telling me, I just finished writing my third novel, Mom. And I know that, you know that I don't like reading, but Mommy, I read, and I'm really good at what I'm doing.
Oh, I love it.
And then she'll tell me.
Yes, I would love to meet her.
Great. She is, man. You interview her, you'll be like, and we're going to go ahead and shut down.
That'd be great.
It would be great.
Too much. Like, she's great though. But like, one thing I love about her too is that she is very lighthearted, and I feel like she's even more lighthearted than I am. I do consider myself an empath, and so I feel like empaths, sometimes we hold some things a little heavy, and we have to teach ourselves to like release it and let go.
Very true.
But like with my daughter, she is like a true free spirit, and we're 2 days apart. She's June 18th, and I'm and I'm June 20th. And so she really is a true free spirit. She'll get in trouble. And, I used to, give her a timeout, or I spank her butt, and I'd be like, now, what did you learn from that? And then she'll be like, because I learned, because I'm like, you don't remember? you were straddling the middle of the bathroom, on the top of the bathroom in the school. And that's why I pulled you out of school. You don't remember that? And then she'd be like, oh, no. Because Mommy, the other kids were daring me. They said I couldn't do it. And I was like,
I just trying to see if I could fly.
Right.
You don't remember. You didn't remember me, though. You didn't remember. And the fact that you're going to get in trouble. Okay, Mama, I won't do it. I don't do it again. And blah, blah, blah. And then the next day, I get a call from her teacher.
She's adventurous.
Cool.
And adventurous, yeah.
She don't hold nothing, and she'll really mean that she's sorry. But I think in her brain, she'd be like in the moment. She's very much in the moment, and so it's like she doesn't think about it until it's after, and then she's like, "Oh shoot, my mom's finna pick me up in a minute. I don't know."
Right.
And so when I pulled her out, she was, believe she was 10. I pulled her out when she was 10, and I told her, I said, you know what? I do feel like because you're very much a free spirit, you do have to learn some sense of control so you don't go in the world. And that's another thing we don't teach our children. We want to punish them, but we don't want to teach them.
Right, right.
You gotta teach your child, like, hey, the reason why you don't tell your friends everything, or you don't hug everybody, or you don't be super excited in every situation is because there's a time and a place for everything. Then you show them the word that talks about that, so that they realize it's not just coming from mommy, but there are rules, there are things in life that help govern the way in which you can help your personality be its best. A lot of people are like, my child, I'm gonna let my child do whatever. My child don't have a bedtime, and my child don't have this and that. No, you have to have structure. Otherwise,
honey,
they need to know certain things. You got to teach them. You just can't be like, oh, why did
willy-nilly?
Yeah, right. I see a lot of parents in the store. I'm gonna take you in the back of the store and whoop your tail. No. You should have said that in the car and at home. And because my daughter never threw herself on nobody's floor.
Family out here looking like a fool. That's listening. You better behave. You know what I'm saying?
Get together. Black mama, get you together in the car before you honey. Don't touch
real
nothing.
Quick.
Don't look at nothing.
Right. I used to turn around and I used to do this to her.
2 chops to the throat.
Right. That look. All you gotta do is get
that. Just the eyes. I'm like,
yeah. And she would be like, she'd be like, okay, mommy.
Exactly.
I know what time it is.
Don't do it again.
Never stop. Okay, mommy. Said, and she was 3 and 4. We walking in the store. Mommy, look, the boy is sliding across the floor. I'm like, and if you ever do that, ever,
right.
You will see the day. I think Jesus will meet you today.
Oh Lord.
Okay, mommy. She's never
cute. She's so cute.
Yeah,
I think it's beautiful when. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
I just think it's beautiful as children find their superpowers. Like, you know, as their personality starts to show, and it's like, how do you hone that power? You know, like that discipline. That's what it helps you to really figure out the best way to be laser focused with the power that you have. And like, it's so dope. It's dope to watch your kids, Mo, as they do it. It's
I gotta say a quick shout out to my Berkeley sisters who are watching. What's up, Wendy Jones? What's up, Wendy? What's up, Michelle? What's up, y'all?
Hey, we love
you, Wendy.
So long. What's up?
Loved it.
My sisters. Let me tell you about. Let me tell you about Wendy and Michelle. Like, they were sisters, right?
Sing the house down, honey.
Man, sing the house down. I never knew they were sisters. And it was so funny because I would always see, like, Wendy would tell me she has a lot of sisters. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, I want to meet them one day. And I would never, see them. And then I think we were in, what is it? The Uchia building? What's that building? Uchia building? Girl, them names.
That's all right.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Boylston. It was the Boylston building. Whatever. Not Boylston, but the voice department building.
Yeah.
And remember Archie? Remember
Archie?
Archie?
Of course, yeah.
Still there.
Wow.
Still there? Like, can you confirm that? Like, I think Archie's still there because the last time I saw him, So anyway, we were right there in that spot, and she was standing with somebody that I was like, oh, she kind of looks just like this lady. So just say hi. And she was like, oh, by the way, this is my sister. And I was like, oh my God, I see you all the time. She was like, yes, my name is Michelle. I love you. You're my sister too. And I was like, you have enough heart to love me, to be my sister too. So like, that's how our relationship kind of began. And, I really love them. So thank you for joining and watching.
Yeah, I used to be in a band with Wendy. I used to be in a band called Zini Musique. Yeah, and then we, but I always loved her. She was always an incredible songwriter, incredible performer.
Yes.
So what's up, Wendy? Listen, next time I come to Boston, it would be great to see you, sis. Maybe we should have you on the SIP. She's a really talented, dope sister.
And it's so crazy that Aaron was so close with Wendy. We never, Aaron never knew you.
How did we not connect? I know. We were all in the same cipher at the same time.
Right. It's so crazy.
I live right on Francis Street. Bosé, when were you? What years were you there at Berkeley?
99 to 2003. So I think maybe
I'm old. No. No, I'm not old. I didn't go till I wasn't there till 2005 to 2008.
Oh,
yeah, so it was much later.
maybe I saw you pictures of you because your face does look familiar to me.
Yeah.
So, and I don't forget faces. So that's probably what it was. Is that I saw pictures of you or something like that. Always kind of.
Well, we Berkeley sisters now, so it's all love.
I love it.
Where do you guys stay? Can you guys share where you stay? I mean, because I need to know, because I do feel like once this thing lifts, I want to do a little traveling, honey.
Girl,
honey, yes. We're in Denver.
Yes, we're
Denver,
all in Denver.
Colorado. Yes, all three of us.
Colorado, you know, I told you I like that place, my friend.
Come on out, girl.
Yeah, come on out.
The landscape is good, you know, my friend. I want to go there. I want to see the landscape.
I love your accents.
I do too.
Nigerian, English, British accent.
For real, like,
you can run them down, honey.
Man, give me an accent and I study it and I got it. Like,
you got it, right? Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Lady Bosé. Before we let you go, I just want to talk about your new single really quick, and I want you to let everybody know where they can support you, where they can purchase your music. You just released a new single the end of September called "Now Is the Change." The music video is beautiful.
Yes,
I watched it and I just was like, wow! It's just the imagery it dates back from slavery to today, and just what you're singing about is such a powerful message. And I just want you to talk a little bit about that really quick, and then tell everybody how to support you. And guys, please go out and support this sister. She's so dope.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. First of all, man, what a heavy song, you know. I feel like that song was something that God charged me with and told me to release. And I was just obedient to the process of it in a way that I had never been before, you know. And just so I can answer your question properly, how do you want me to answer this again? So how do you want me to share the experience of the song? What were you asking me again? Let me just get that question.
So well, obviously, I mean, I feel like I know what prompted you to write it, but you know, I just want you to talk about the song, and it's really, really powerful, and how you got the idea for the music video, and just kind of how your brain went in the space of creating that visual.
Thank you. Okay, so now I get it. All right, so the beginning of the video started from a question that my producer, David Hunter, and my ladies that are watching and fellas that are watching know David Hunter. He also went to Berklee College of Music and is a phenomenal producer and singer himself. And so the question he asked me was, what is freedom to you? You know, you talk about freedom in a very general state or general, you know, way with your friends, but not because someone asked you and really is waiting for a good answer. And the way David operates, he really is waiting for an answer that's genuine and true. And so asked me that, we were getting ready to write. No, we weren't getting ready to write music at that time. But when he asked me, I just was like, I need to think about this. And this was around the time that Floyd happened, and just all of these things were happening. And I had just got back on social media from taking a break. So once I got back, I was just flooded with all this news. And I was already, like I said, dealing with the up and downs of COVID. And I was very emotional. And I told him, I said, I don't think freedom is asking anybody for a chance to be free, but it's like really building something within the community of people that have felt oppressed, you know. So that kind of started the writing process for Now Is the Change. And he started playing, you know, wonderfully, as he always does, on the keyboard, and I'm sitting there with my writing pad. And I don't know what happened in the second verse, but I do feel like my fingers kind of just did its thing. I was like in my room for a second because he was working on the music, and in my room I have a kind of studio, home studio, and so I came back downstairs and I said, "Hey, check this out," and I sang the second verse to him, and he was like, "Yo, I love the part about the ancestors. Like, what happened with that?" And I told him, I said, I really felt like they are just trying to tell us that we have taken too long to believe in building for ourselves, getting back to our freedom of choice and our freedom of growing community, our freedom of finding ways to like not be afraid to relocate. And also, if danger strikes, having a plan and putting a plan in place and doing it with more of your kind of people and not stepping out of that, because unfortunately, and I say this very boldly, unfortunately, it is our people, our cultured people, that have been somewhat systematically trained and taught to believe that if you get together with your people, you gotta step over and crumple and trample, and you gotta get ahead of them, and you can't. And it keeps us in the back of progress. It keeps us in the back of what freedom is supposed to be, and then we end up begging. That's why the song in the chorus is like, we're tired of all the blame. We're tired of it. Like, we need to revive our nation. And when I was talking about that in the song, I wasn't talking about America. Let me go ahead and be 100% with y'all. I was talking about us, the Black community, our nation. Revive the nation. Mercy, Lord, we need to see it. Please. I wasn't asking for the people who have oppressed us to please give us peace. I was asking our Maker to restore who we are, because who we are has never ever died off, no matter who tried to end us. We've always been strong. So when can we have in America a place of community and strength that is more than just a small town here for a couple of years and a small town here for a couple of years, and then that gets destroyed? We might need to reestablish somewhere else. We might need to build somewhere else. And it's a hard song to sing for people who are just kind of like so stuck in like one way and one lifestyle, and they just don't want to see it any other way. But someone had to do it. And I was scared to sing this song, believe it or not. I was very scared to sing this song, and they'll tell you, like Luther Banks, my amazing engineer, and also he mixed the song as well, and my amazing mastering engineer, Kenny Mix. They all work at Patchwork Recording Studios. When we all got together and was trying to make this song what it was, the biggest thing that I was sharing with them in the recording studio, Luther and David, was that, I really feel a heaviness to try to sing this and sing it well. I don't want to sing it for a show or try to give you some vocal acrobats or try to sing it like, look at me and what I can. No, it was really an aching and a calling, just like my sister said, Carrie said, like, there's a place in my voice that has this aching, and it really came from what I would desire our people to look like. And so when you see that in the video, you see me showing people rebuilding and farming again. You see you see us healing and joining together with not just our community of people, but other races. You see that, and you notice that, and it becomes a part of what we need to start restructuring our minds to see and believe as a community of people, that we are great. We don't need to see no more people getting murdered. We don't need to keep on finding out that our children are murdered in the street, or someone has mistaken us for someone else, and now we're in jail and we're serving 20 to life. Like, what in the hell is going on? And so that was really the push for making this song what it is. It's just really been a journey that I'm all in now, but in the beginning, I'm telling you, it was a work. And like I said, being with a great producer, being with great people who can bring out the quality of the song, it's priceless. You you can't get that just by, like you said, leaving Berkeley and then just like if it was all given to me at that time, but actually finding my voice, So I didn't get all what I wanted because of things like this very moment right now in life, where the song is about the nation. It's about our people, and it's not even about me. It's not about the people who worked on the song, but it's us. It's for the people, So it's been a great journey. I just want to see it continue to grow,
Yes.
The single is Now Is the Change.
Now is the change. Yeah.
That was beautiful, sis. That video is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Thank you. And again, David and I really took some long months to get it together. And when we shot it with our amazing videographer, oh my God, his name just flew out my brain. Victor Chu. Right, Victor Chu. Love you, Vic. So when you're watching, just so you know, I love you. I'm just in the flow of thought right now. But he really did a lot of work. We shot at least 4 separate times before we actually put all of these visuals together. And then we spent, me and David spent a few months just kind of working with Vic to pick out some of these imageries that would make sense based on the lyrical structure of the song. We didn't want it to just be like a montage that was thrown together. We literally placed these particular visuals in the right place to fit what we were trying to evoke the people to, grasp from the concept of the song.
I felt it, sis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
So needed.
Thank you for digging deep and listening to yourself and trusting to put it out. And I know those hard things. I had a song like that on my album that I was really intimidated by, and I was nervous to put it out. But you have to speak your truth, and you have to put your art into the world. So so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Everybody who's watching, please go and check that out. You can check out her video on YouTube, and then you can head on over to iTunes.
Okay.
And Apple Music and Amazon.
That's right.
Buy.
Come on, because it's on.
Don't stream it. Buy it, then stream it. Okay?
Right.
Give her all the points. Okay?
Can we talk about it?
Yes.
Word. Amen.
I'm going to put the website right here so folks can go.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Shout out
for being here. Huge shout out.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place. It's gonna be a really amazing show next week. Also, you can check us out on our website, thesipodcast.com. Check us out on Instagram at @thesip_podcast. But next week we got Honestly Nay. We're gonna be talking about some kinky things, okay? Y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. Peace.
Peace out.
See y'all next week. Peace out.